welcome everyone to another video. Today I want to go over two things that I will showcase. One is why I think this artifact literally wins wars, and I'm gonna go over the video that I recorded. I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain what my alliance thought about, how we strategize around that artifact to get a huge lead in the final zone, which is where we are right now. We managed to secure the dragon, and we're fighting right now here. And there was a bastion, it's gone now. We're building some towers. The past 4 hours I'm up like 1 mil merits. Since this fighting started, I'm like almost 3 mil merits up, which is kinda nice, to be honest. Like, here you can see some of my reports. 71k, like wild, 43k, and I got even like some other reports, and I'm even fighting T5s. Like, let me see if I can find that report. So I had a report with my caps where he was literally just hitting a T5, and I traded it positive. Where I don't know what it is. Like, it was a short fight, or well, maybe not. Is any of this? No. I don't know where it is. Anyways, if I find it, I'll show it. But yeah, let me pull up the videos that I want to comment over. Okay, so here it's the first video. I'm gonna explain the situation. This account. So we built from there. Marco Shield didn't really matter. They switch so fast. They started building through there. They have one less flag to build for their spire. And our plan was this building pad that we have now, which is pretty much double layer of flags here, which is their entry zone. With our farm alliance, we build through here, and then with the main, we build to the entrance of the dragon. To do this, we needed to delay the enemy building, okay? And this is something that you can use for your future season 3s. So the stuff in question, obviously, is the stuff of the Prophet, okay? If you manage to coordinate your alliance, it's the strongest artifact you have in the game, okay? So one issue I find in season 3 is that you choose spires and these little camps. If you check, every single choke point has one of those. That means my cavalry, for example, cannot go through the map and just start harassing the enemy. Only flyers can do that easily, at least, okay? So we had to come up with a plan on how to pull this off so we could go into the enemy and hit them. Now here we had two options that we were thinking about. First option was, whenever they destroy the spire, they need to like, when you're doing a building, like, you need to smash it with your infantry. The option one was, let's go there. When they are doing that, we kill them, so we delay their process through the spire. That was option one. Then our R5, Marvelous, which is our builder too, like, it's really good with building, came up with the second idea. So what the alliances do here is they will not use the building buff, because you need to build these first flags and then capture the spire. If you pop the build buff, you'll be stuck here for like 40 minutes, and it's gonna pretty much waste your building buff. So what we both groups did was take the spire, then pop the building buff, and that was our timing. So what Marvelous came up with is, we're not gonna hit them at the spire itself. Once they capture the spire, this thing here, okay, the next flag, which is this one, we're gonna stuff in, we're gonna kill them all, and we're gonna hold them. Every single minute that you hold them while their building buff is up without building, it's like insane value to get your defensive positions on. Because in this game, being able to build to the first place and be able to put your bastions, your alliance fortresses, all those stuff have a lot of value in winning the KVK. So yeah, and as you can see, the spire range ends right here, so we will completely safe to hit this flag. So I'm gonna shoot the video now. Okay, so here's the video. Okay, let me say, I don't know, I was listening to some music. So as you can see here, I mean, you can check the chat, I don't really care. TP to me, Marp calls, okay, he had the march to staff. I sent one, but got killed sadly. So right now we're staffing the wall alliance. If you see those stars, it's because we organize people in star groups. So we knew exactly how many people were coming, and as you can see, we're staffing. Okay, I was disabling the dark, that's a mistake by my part. And here already we're at the enemy flag. They didn't really react to this move. They didn't like they were starting to send their builders up, and we know they have their building buff because of the speed of the building. So pretty much we go here, we start killing all their builders. At this point we're already getting value, okay? Because at this point they're really not able to build and we're getting our objective. I keep going, we just keep killing. I say don't go past this marker, because otherwise the spire is gonna shoot you and it deals a shit ton of damage. Here, number 4, placing some other markers just at maximum range of the spire, and we were able to pull this off. Okay, so we pretty much wiped all their, I think this guy is T5, yeah, this is T5 cap that I'm trading with. So we managed to kill all of these. See, these people are going too deep, so the spire is starting to shoot at them, and right now we're in full control of their tower. Okay, this is why I say Staff of the Prophet, okay, actually wins your KVK'S. Marv made some math. The amount of time we took away from their building buff delayed their building speed by up to 3 hours. So right now at this point we have a 3 hours lead on building speed, which means we can get faster to the dragon, we can secure the zone, we can have more flags. See, this is the T5 guy. We can secure more flags, we can place our bastions in a good spot, we can hold the choke points, the breaches. At this point the KVK, or the final sword, more to say, is already on our good side. This is why it's so important. You need to protect your builders at all the time, especially when you're popping the building buff. If you lose that building buff, it's a huge setback to your building speed, and that should never be happening, and your alliance should never allow it. And at this point, this is a one-way trip. There's no reason to retreat, there's no reason to survive. We're here to make them waste the highest amount of time possible, which is what we are aiming for. So as you can see, 11 hours because there's no builders. And right now it's gonna be fighting. I'm waiting for my caps. I'm just waiting here, mainly because if I go here, I'm in spy range, plus I'm gonna get stormed by everyone. At some point I YOLO in because I had other Air Force stuff to do. But yeah, we have our wall of infantry, our range DPS marches. Here I hit a cavalry, an enemy one that just stop outside the spire range. I'm trading with it. I think I trade positive. And my caps are really strong. Okay, he's dead. Check his pet. And right now it's just a stirring contest. So yeah, this, see, even more people are staffing in. And this way I say Staff of the Prophet is so important. If your alliance cannot coordinate pushes or tactics, and by the way, another thing, in theory we thought that because we were already mid-season 3, we could not use army groups. At this point we had no tech for army groups, so they could come with army groups and we could not, which was a bit of a disadvantage, but it didn't really matter, we had the activity. And yeah, we hold this for some time. Here I think is when I YOLO. Here I YOLO, the main reason I YOLO in is I freeze the enemies, I don't care about dying, is what I want to do now as R4 of the kingdom is check my flag, check my spire, and make sure the same is not done to us, okay? It's unlikely because like this is called initiative, okay? So because we're doing this play first, now they need to react to us and they cannot do a staff play. Because if they do a staff play, they are selling their tower pretty much. Like maybe it's actually the good play to do the staff play themselves, because then you equalize the building buffs. But if they don't, like they took too long to free this, and well, then there was some shenanigans, okay, like certain Air Force from this alliance who literally said, "Sue me, I'm drunk," on while working, because they literally deleted, I don't know if it was a flag or Alliance Fortress, and disconnected all the territory from NLP, which took them like 6 hours to fix. I don't know, like some other shenanigans that happened in this final zone. That was kinda wild. So I freeze the enemies, I go in, I know I'm gonna die, I don't care. I try to cast my artifacts for AoE damage, and that's it. This is the first part of the video that I wanted to speak about the artifact, why Staff of the Prophet is so huge for kingdoms. Every single kingdom should be checking how many people have it, should try to group up people, and at the start of the zones is where Staff of the Prophet has the highest value, as well as choke points, okay? And I even have some other uses for Staff of the Prophet in mind that I will do later. One player saw doing what I think I'm gonna do in my infantry account, was the Echo 5 SOT. He did something that I want to test out, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about this, and I'm gonna show the other part of the video that I want to showcase. So this is the other video I want to show. I was war leading here, okay. I wanted to stream yesterday. I didn't even end up doing it. I've been war leading like the past, I don't know, like yesterday UTC in time, like for 4 hours, and then almost the whole day for today. Like right now we're chilling. Okay, the enemy has eased the amount of troops they're deploying, but yeah, here we're leading. Ideally, you don't wanna war lead with a cavalry account like mine. It sucks because right now I need to write in chat, put markers, micro 2 cavalry marches, which one is an army group, and then my mages. And I'm leading with my mages, which is less than ideal, okay? As you can see, I put the heart on me so people can spot my march easily, because the command here is easy. Just follow my march. Here we have an enemy, we have one of those NPC camps, level 3, so we had to dodge it every single time, which was super annoying. So yeah, people are following me, you will see. So this is something really good about this game that no other game has, which is terrain matters, okay? And you're gonna see why you can use terrain to your favor to increase your odds of winning. Okay, so here I don't know. Okay, we start moving, I'm waiting. So something I was doing is bridge is red or bridge is green, okay? So you saw that I entered through a bridge. What I'm doing is I'm telling people to advance, to group up with me. After a certain amount of time, I'm closing the bridge. I don't want any T4 with range units to chase behind us too far away where they will get caught by enemy cavalry, okay? So if bridge is red, no one goes through. You're just waiting for the next waves of reinforcements. I don't want people going one by one, okay? So that's another thing that we were doing to minimize unnecessary losses, to be honest. So here we have the enemy cavalry group, and check this. So what do we have here? As you can see here, wait, need to check. Bro, can I actually see it, please? You zoom out, come on, zoom out, come on, zoom out. Oh, almost. Oh my god, okay. There's no way it's that hard. Another thing we had is a T5 player on the back, just like closing the line, so no one, like if someone falls behind, they're actually kind of safe. In terms of the enemy will see the T5 and will not want to face tank it. Okay, so we start moving. I'm gonna showcase it in the game. Oh shit, what the fuck is going on? Another behemoth they use. I guess I will have to go right back to fighting whenever I finish recording this. So here's the layout. As you can see here, there's elevated ground, and they're building next to this elevated ground because it's the closest pathing. So right before what I'm gonna showcase in the video, what we did was a frontal attack. So we went through this corridor, we started fighting here, we got hold of their flag for a bit, and then we were pushed back, okay? Something you need to do with the strategy too is shift things around, okay? Because as you're gonna see in this video, rather than going again straight face to face, I decided for people to follow me to the higher ground. And this is why it's so good that this game like has layers of strategy. As you can see, they're building around here. I think they were building around here. Okay, and we're gonna use our mages to destroy their flag. Well, not destroy their flag, but to really stop it from being built. So here, for example, I said we kill their builders until they get up here. Obviously they will have to go through the ramp to phases, and they're starting already to move. Then we face their ball. If we win, we back to builders. That was the plan. So here I just say we need to be fast. We cannot be waiting for the last guy on the line to reach this zone, because this is a timer going down, okay? We need to hit now before the enemy the enemy ball, the enemy blob arrives to this spot and the main fight ensues. And maybe I'm revealing too much in this video about strategy, but I mean, I just wanted to do this. So what I say here, So he asks, we pushing forward or you want me to hold behind? I tell him stay around the DPS because there's an enemy half T5 army group of caps. I don't want anyone to get caught. He has a good Gorsh Kogel with Spirit Bomb Torque to stop it. So I tell him stay around the DPS and make sure no one gets killed. And at this point, as you can see, have my army cap group sitting behind. I don't need it right now where DPS's marches are. And right now we're just free farming merits and just hitting their range, and they are not able to contest. If they sit here, archers sometimes don't have range, so we just need to kill their mages. We're free. Flyers are really strong in here because you will, like, look, all their builders are gone because now they need to rotate. Because, like, again, before we faced them face to face, they had time to react, but like, unless you have really good coordination or everyone in Discord active at that moment, and even then you need to walk all the way around, go through the ramp, go up here. So, like, it takes some time for them to rotate. That's why speed is important. That's why I did not wait for everyone to reach the spot. The moment I reach here, I start DPSing. I want to kill their buildings. Now we're delaying further their buildings while we're already building without any problem. Being on the offensive is the good part. If you're on defensive, then the enemy reacts to you. So we were building for free without any opposition because we're actually the ones harassing their builders. So here I'm checking for the enemy. They're still far away. They still need to group up their marches. Flyers are so strong because of this. Okay, like, you can go there. I tell him to... Okay, so he tells me he's gonna go somewhere else. I trust him. I tell him go wherever you want. I know he has a brain. Okay, he will do the best for the team. He's gonna do it great. So I'm not gonna micro his movements. Okay. As we can see, the enemy marches are starting to pile up. Here's the enemy cavalry group. I know I cannot face it. I'm gonna lose if I send my cap group into theirs because we have no T5 scabs in there. I'm not T5 myself, so that's not a good choice for me. So I just retreat. I tell him, careful, like, do not engage the enemy cavalry group. We're gonna lose the trade. As you can see, I tell him, I warn him, do not engage that. I put some marker there, not sure what I wrote. Okay, the infantry. Okay, no. So I don't mind the flyers staying hitting the builders because at the end that's the main goal. We cannot burn their territory. Okay, what we're just doing is delaying their building. So we have the flyers still hitting the builders while everyone else is getting ready to fight. I think he should have chased me, engaged my cavalry, or at least tried to, because he has the upper hand there. If he managed to kill some cavalry, that's just like a lead they get. And now we're marking the tanks so people know where to hide behind. I say do not get live because obviously you're gonna aggro all those shitty NPCs and mess it up for us. And this was an overlook that I had. It didn't really matter much. They cultivated their cities here, so what I should have done here, it didn't really matter, but what I should have done here is push us a bit back because they have faster reinforcements time. So even if they lose marches, they can bring them sooner. And here the fight starts. I start the fight here. I'm pretty sure I do. So you can see I grab my mage and I start poking. This is a mistake that many tanks do, which is they instantly get hit and they just see red and they go ahead. This was a mistake by them because they are not like not all their marches are there, and I took the advantage here. So I go with my march, I put myself behind, like in front, and then I start running behind because I'm gonna use my tanks to take damage. Now the enemy just see this engagement and they go for it, but they don't have all the armies there. So right now we have the numeric advantage even while we're on the enemy territory because there's enemies still coming. Another massive mistake that a lot of people do, and we still do it because people refuse to hear about this, you don't need to send every single fucking tank you have at the same time, okay? You need to spread out your tanks. Otherwise, AoE's damage is gonna chew on them and they're gonna be killed. Like, even if you're not the target, you're taking so much AoE damage that your tank is gonna lose too much HP and your uptime of tanks is gonna be lower. So there's two options. First one, you wait out, you start seeing the HP. When it's red almost about to die, you send your tank in, full HP, fully fresh, or you grab your Gorsh Cole, or maybe your Kuma Lee, or I don't know the name, the new infantries, and you kind of play a bit about them like cavalry. So what you do is you send them behind and you smash them into the enemy DPS to CC them, okay? You can even do that kind of with Unfound Magro. But ideally you do it with counterattack marches, because they're gonna swarm you down and you don't want to get absolutely destroyed without dealing them damage. So as you can see, they committed every single tank they have. Every single tank they have is committed to this blob, and they are all taking AoE damage. Like, look at the numbers. They are all taking damage. I'm moving my cavalry behind. I know I cannot face 1 versus 1 the enemy cavalry, so at this point I would just want to back up my main DPS if something wrong's happen. If you overstep, I'm gonna mark you, my team is gonna nuke you down. You should never overstep with your archers. I know that archers are hard to play, I'm gonna say it. So their tanks are starting to die. I'm checking for the enemy cap group that they are not trying to do anything. They are moving, or maybe I lost track of them. I don't even know where they are. Oh, they're here. Okay. So they are kind of mimicking my moves, but that's fine because they should be the ones pushing us. So yeah, as long as they are not engaging us, I'm chilling. And right now they lost all their tanks, and that's it. If you lose your whole front line of infantry altogether, this is a push time. We still have infantry, we have all our DPS, they have nothing to stop us. Right now it's just run in a straight line into the enemy and just smash them. Like, there's nothing else to it. I start pushing my cavalry. I do not care about the enemy cavalry at this point. Is what I'm gonna do with my cavalry is actually fight on the enemy murder wall once they start running backwards. I ping this tank. This is usually a priority that you wanna kill. He's trying to lure some mobs into us. That's like a smart play, but doesn't really work because of range. We're just gonna one-shot this Garwood, and now I'm starting to... Now, why do I go here? I know the enemy cavalry, which is superior to ours, is on the bottom left side, so I don't want to face there. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna start picking all these marches that are gonna start running backwards. At this point, they don't have infantry, or infantry is just going straight ahead, and start hitting them. And because I'm on a... Well, I got CC'd by some... Oh no, he just jumped into the city. The enemy cavalry at this point has 0 impact in the war fight, and they are the better cavalry, which for me is a huge mistake. They are playing too safe, they should not be playing that safe. And maybe I YOLO too much my cavalry, fair enough, but you need to be somewhat aggressive. Look, at this point they should already be running for their lives. They have no infantry, their reinforcements take time, I commit my cavalry, everything starts to die, and now they're gonna start running. Now he commits his cavalry, and that's a mistake. It's too late at this point. You're going with your cavalry when you have barely any DPS marches alive, you have no infantry. So what I do is I retreat a bit and then I face tank it. Yes, someone's gonna get a bad report, but every single cavalry in there is gonna die. Like, all my DPS marches are now in range, and yeah, they're just gonna get killed. Even if they have, like, I don't know, 2 T3, T5 infantry, sorry, T5 cavalry in there, it does not matter. You can see all of them, yellow HP, red HP, and yeah, now it's just free farm. And you will see that some marches are still coming, because they pushed too fast. They did not wait for their wall ball to be gathered up, because I lured them in with the mages. And look, 15k white numbers. And this, like, look at, that's it, gone, completely destroyed. Okay, I say don't let anyone escape. There's no reason to let them leave. Okay, every single sub wound that we're getting here is more resources they need to spend. So I want every single march here to die. I block him with a cavalry so he cannot keep running away. And as you can see, lots of set faces, and the only marches remaining alive are the enemy cavalry. We're still gonna kill a bit more here. Okay, we kill, I don't know, those were just AFK marches. And what we do now is we go through the enemy territory into the enemy flag, and we sit on the enemy flag for a bit. So now we gain control of the enemy flag, we wipe their army, and now we're gonna send reinforcements through the normal pathing to the flag, so we'll regroup there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this is helpful for maybe like more of a leadership status, like some, again, stuff of the Prophet. Absolutely broken artifact if you manage to coordinate it with your alliance, like really strong. And then using the ground to your advantage, like I could have pushed again straight face to face. Rather than that, I took more of an approach of I'm gonna make the enemy come to me by harassing their builders from a safety spot. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. See you in the next one.